Hello, dear students. This is the second session of your unit number 5, that is testing tools and measurement. Our today's topic is selecting automation testing tool and when to use automation test tool. Okay, so now we are going to see how to select the automation test tool for testing our application. Okay, and when we are going to use that tool, right? So basically, while selecting a testing tool, there is a selection process. First, we need to identify the requirement for tools. Then we need to evaluate the tool and vendors from where we'll get that particular tools. Okay. Then we need to find out the estimated cost and benefit from by using that particular tool. Okay, and then make final decision, either we need to buy that particular tool or not. Okay, so accordingly we are going to select our tool, right? So basically success in any test automation depends on the identifying the right tool for automation. Selecting the correct testing tool for your project is one of the best way to achieve the project target. Means you need to identify which tool is better for your application, right? For tool selection process, the to select the most suitable testing tool for the project, the test manager should follow the selection process, right? I have already told you the selection process. First you need to identify the requirement for tool. Second you need to evaluate the tool and the vendors from where you get that particular tool, right? Then you need to find out the cost and their benefits, right? And after that you need to take a decision, either you need to buy that tool or not, right? uh, Next is for step 1, that is identify the requirement for tool. So in this particular step, what you need to do, first is how can you select a testing tool if you do not know what you are looking for. Means this question, if this question comes into your mind, because you are not familiar that particular tool, or you are not actually know the requirement or that particular benefit of that particular tool, so this comes in your mind. You need to precisely identify your test tool requirement. So you need to identify the requirement on the basis of your that particular software. You need to identify the requirement for the particular tool, right? The entire requirement must be documented and reviewed by the project team. So what are your requirements that must be reviewed by the project team, and accordingly the management board too. Okay, so after the review you need to finalize the requirement for tool. What kind of requirements are there, and accordingly how many tools are available in market to fulfill your requirement, right? Next is evaluate the tool and vendors. After the baselining the requirement of the tool, means after you are finalizing the requirement for the tool, the test manager should analyze the commercial and open source tools that are available in the market. So test manager need to analyze the commercial and open source tools for the which are available in the market, based on the project requirement, right? Then next, create tool shortlist which best meets your criteria. You need to shortlist the particular tools which are fit for your application, right? Next, one factor you should consider is vendors. How many vendors are there that provide that particular tools, right? You should consider the vendor's reputation, after sale supports, tool update frequency, etc. while taking your decision. You need to consider the vendor to their reputation, their according to their reputation, their support, sales support, tool update frequency, right? So based on that, you need to select your vendor, right? Evaluate the quality of tool by making the trial usage and launching a pilot. Before purchasing that tool, you need to evaluate the particular tool. You can take a trial, or you can use that particular beta version of that particular tool. Okay, so you will get idea how the tool is going to be work, right? So many vendors often make a trial version of their software available for download, so you can take a trial of that particular tool also, right? Next is estimate the cost and benefit. You need to estimate the cost and benefit for that particular tool. Okay, to ensure the test tool is beneficial for business, the test manager have to balance the following factors. So which factors you need to balance? First is cost, and second is the valuation and the benefit of that particular tool. So accordingly you need to finalize your tool, right? So a cost benefit analysis should be preferred or should be performed before acquiring or building a tool. So you need to consider these things while estimating for the particular tool. Okay, next is make the final decision. Okay, so how you can going to take your decision when you have some knowledge of that particular tool, plus you can understand the values and benefits of that particular tool, plus the costing which you have already evaluated. So by combination of this, you can take a final decision which tool is suitable for your application, and you can go for it, right? So have a strong awareness of tool. It means you must understand which is the strong point and the weak point of that tool, and you need to consider a balance cost and benefit plus valuation of that particular tool. Accordingly you can take a final decision for your tool selection, right? Then next is when to use the automated test tools. So when you are going to use that particular tool, consider a scenario where the defect is fixed in the build and similar features was used in a different working module. Okay, so you need to consider a scenario where defect is fixed in the build and similar features was used in the different working module. So you can use automated tools, right? So it is hard to check new bug is introduced in previous working functionality. While doing the test pass, you need to check the regression testing around the defect fixes. When you fix a particular defect from a particular module, so you need to perform a regression testing for the dependent modules also. Okay, so there you can use the automation test tool. This testing exercise needs to be executed each and every time you need to manually test the functionality around the impacted areas. Okay, so that time you can use automation testing tool to check the functionalities around the impacted area. Okay, so considering resources, time and money, you need to work efficiently and smartly. In such scenarios you need to think of automation testing. Okay, so then you can use automation testing tool for the testing purpose. So this is it with this video. The next session is the last session of software, your subject software testing. Okay, I hope everybody is studying well. Thank you.